Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is the Empress of Art here, and welcome to another episode of my Ramadan video diaries. And today I'm going to be talking about friendship. I listened to a lecture this time, and so the one that I listened to was with Mufti Menk. He's talking about true friendship in Islam, and I am so glad that I listened to this thing because it's an eye-opener to the stuff that, I was already doing when looking for friends. And what I look for in a friend, and how, what I define as true friends, basically. And so what I'm going to first talk about is one of the points that he made inside of it was surround yourself with good company. He said that you can basically tell how someone is by the company that they keep. And I felt like that was so true, because some of the times I would find, like, I could really define somebody by who they are hanging out with. And I could instantly decide that that's not my crowd at all, like, whatsoever. And so, and some of the things is just, I find that when I am with somebody, that I actually do fall into some of the habits that they may do. It's kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I basically just fall into, long story short, I would fall into some of their habits. And basically what else is that it's not too much, and I realize that it's not too much of what I'm like. Because another thing that he said was that we are supposed to basically find somebody we're basically intellectually the same. Like, we're on the same level of thinking, and rather than somebody who's, not. Because then, yeah, like he said, you could fall into their habits. You could, they could mess you up and how you think and how you do stuff, and I totally agree with that. And another, another thing that he mentioned was basically put your friends in good company. He basically told us how to tell if we're in good company or not, and that was basically if, okay, so an example, I'm encouraging this one to sin and encouraging him to do bad stuff and everything like that, then he's not in good company. If he does it to me, then I'm not in good company. And that's another thing that brings me to another point of, when I'm with my friends, sometimes, it should be most of the time, but, sometimes I will encourage them to, basically get on the straight path if I find out that they've, slipped with something or they're having trouble with something. I like giving that one. That's something that I found out about myself, and that's something that I enjoy, especially that's another thing that interests me inside of a conversation. I find myself not talking about too much worldly stuff. Like, I'll talk about it, but then I won't sit there and just, I can't sit there and gorge on it. It's not something that I completely enjoy. Of course I like talking about, fun stuff that I've been doing or something like that. But other than that, it doesn't give me that rush. Being surrounded in a crowd full of people and you're like giving dawah to them and teaching them how to, teaching them about the deen and stuff like that makes me feel good. And I realized that as I got older, I realized that all the stuff I used to do when I was young is not the same as what I'm doing now. Like, a long time ago, I was a nerd when it came to video games, when it came to movies, TV shows, everything like that. I'm still a nerd, but not as a big one as I am of, I guess, giving dawah and stuff like that. Like, that's my real, I don't know the word. That's my real, well, whatever. That's like my real thing that I like to do, basically. And, yeah. So I like to surround people with good company. I like to be around people who have good company. The types of people that, I like to hang out with is, when it comes intellectually, is like people who are mature, people who love the deen. Because, when I think you're both friends, I'm like, you want to grow together inside of your deen. You don't want to encourage each other to stray off the path, because then who really loves who, That love's not true once you think about it. when you're both trying to encourage each other to straighten the path. And that brings me to another point that Mufti Mink said, and he said that on the day of judgment, people are going to be saying, I wish that I was friends with so and so rather than this person, because this person had led me astray. And that was deep. I was like, whoa. So this whole friends to the end thing, we'll see, if you really truly friends in the end, I don't know. You're going to lead each other to the hellfire, or you're going to rat each other out or something like that. Who knows? I'm not going to, Allah knows. I'm not going to say anything. But, yeah. So, and, yeah, that was a deal breaker. That made me think a lot about who I wanted to surround myself with, who, what I wanted to do for them, what it truly means to love everybody for the sake of Allah, and yeah, but the people that I like hanging out with, like I said, when it comes, intellectually, I want them, these are the type of people, okay, I do not like those who hold grudges. I don't like those who, those people who talk behind your back. I mean, nobody likes that, but, I was talking, this one sister gave this lecture, and, like, yeah, she was talking about, like, some people will be like, oh, hi, they smile in your face, and then next thing you know, they start backbiting and everything like that, and, yeah, that's just one of the nastiest things I find, is, like, if you have a problem with somebody, you need to go and tell them. You need to go and confront them, especially if you're both grown. There's no point in you talking behind someone's back. That's, how do I say it, like, childish, kind of, once you think about it. It's kind of petty. All women do it, and I find it petty. I know I do it sometimes, too, and I really, especially with my friends, I really have to catch myself, because those are my friends, and I should tell them to their faces, what problems that they may have, how I think that they should deal with some things and everything like that, and I'm still working on it, Inshallah, Allah will help me with it. Yeah, a lot of people talk about getting better in their deen, and my whole thing is just, you can get better in your deen and everything like that. That's for Allah. Some people will get on somebody else just because, they're not doing this or they're not doing that. I have to stop myself sometimes too, but really we need to think about our character, because that's the thing that's going to be weighing heaviest on the day of judgment. And my whole thing is just like, I just find it kind of crazy that you would sit there and put a lot of emphasis on doing good deeds and everything like that, and that's for the sake of Allah. You're going on somebody about something. I remember watching Baba Ali, back in the past, and he was talking about, oh, this girl's not in hijab, and you have all these sisters, saying, this girl's not in hijab, or something like that, and then he just sat there and said, well, then you're just, women who have your scarf on, Yeah, I kind of get what he's saying, just, it's like, what are you doing it for, why are you getting on somebody else just because, that's just not the proper way to give dawah, and my whole thing is just like, yep. I like to hang out with people who have all those qualities and everything else, if you have everything that's extra towards the character, it's more beautiful. Not to say that, some people who may have that stuff in them aren't beautiful, but you want to get that stuff out of you because it's poison. You're only poisoning yourself. You're not, like I say with the whole, the whole backbiting thing and the whole grudge thing. If someone, especially with the grudge thing, if someone has done something to you, then you need to go to them and ask them for, that, you hurt me with something, and I want an apology, because I was hurt by what you said or something like that. Then me being the type of person, I will happily apologize. Another thing is that it doesn't make any sense for you to hold on to it in the first place, especially after the person has apologized. You sit there and you mention it again, it's just like, I can't hang out with you. Because if it happens with this, then how am I going to move forward with you if you know, anything else comes up, then it's all just going to build up and you're just going to be mad at me every day. Honestly. And when it comes to the backbiting thing, you know, like I said, if you have a problem, you need to tell somebody. It doesn't make any sense to go around to all your little friends and then sit there and talk about somebody. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not helping you and it's not helping the person. It's not, you know, it's not even killing, like me personally, doesn't kill me. I may be hurt that you did it, but it's not killing me. And you're only killing yourself. You're only filling your heart with poison. Is another thing that sister said in the lecture, that, you know, you fill your heart with poison, you know. And especially if you're holding on to something and you know you didn't get an apology yet, you need to go and, you know, it's okay, you know, at any time, you know, especially if it's not apologized for, just tell me. You know, just tell me. And, you know, inshallah, I will happily apologize. From the grace of God, I will happily apologize. You know, I don't hold any grudges. Honestly, I can sit here and say that I can like anybody. You know, you express kindness, anybody can like you, you know. If they don't like you, it's not because they have something against you. It's because they just don't like you. Yep, and so that's my whole thing on friendship. I think that, you know, we all have to work on ourselves in some kind of way. You know, I pray that, you know, inshallah, that I get better, especially like this lecture really opened up my eyes. It really let me know who I am as a person, what I look for in friends, what I am interested in when it comes to people. And, you know, I hope that you all can realize that too, because this is some serious stuff. Like, man, I'm not going down for my friends on a day of judgment. It's not happening. I'm gonna do my best to guide everybody instead of being guided to the, you know, just, it's another thing, you know, if you see something haram, be a leader, don't be a follower. You're a follower if you're doing something wrong, along with your friend, and encouraging them to do so. So then all the people, you know, your people that you have, you know, your friends, your homegirl and homeboys, they led you straight to the hellfire. What's the point now? So inshallah, I hope you guys, you know, I hope you take, you know, good advice from this video. I'm sorry if it was blurry in the beginning. I don't know how that happened. I never get this camera straight, but I'm going to post it anyways because I like what I said in the beginning. I hope that you like what I said in the beginning, and I hope that the camera is not too much of a distraction. I had to fix it now because I just watched it and it looked retarded, so. So, as far as updates go, I'm going to be doing a henna party tomorrow on Sunday. And it's from a sister that I know, you know, hopefully inshallah we'll have a good time. She had this was where the lecture was given at, the little sister's lecture about, you know, backbiting, she gave a nice little lecture about sisterhood, because there was a sister that was going away for a little bit, and yeah. And so yes, I was asked to do a henna party. Yay. And so in the next video, I will be talking about, you know, I don't even plan these things. In the next video, inshallah, I'll be announcing on Facebook and my Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter, go follow me on Facebook, Snapchat, Tumblr. I'll probably give that out in the comments or something like that, because, yeah, I had not planned on getting all of that, but I did, so. So inshallah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And I hope that you guys have a blessed Ramadan. And I hope that Allah forgives all of our sins. May He forgive us, the people that we've harmed. And you know, let's you know, inshallah, hopefully they forgive us. No one holds grudges. No one backbites. Everyone's true friends to each other. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
I know I'm waiting for something to happen.